Hey guys, this is Bando. This is Breakfast at Bando, and this is going to be a real short video, a bit of a mumbly video. You may have seen some videos recently talking about game shops abandoning Games Workshop, and some articles about it, basically alluding to retailers in mostly the US ditching Games Workshop over the female custode stuff and all that sort of business. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that because there's a lot of posts going around on places like Reddit, Facebook that are just spreading a lot of incorrect information. So, from what I have found from a cursory glance, from the posts from the actual retailers themselves, yes, there are several retailers who are ditching GW products. Several of them are having great big clearance sales. They are removing all GW products from their stores. The reasoning behind this is not the female custodes, though. That is very clearly just some cope. I think it's just Reddit drama that people are trying to dismiss it as like, oh, look at the incels doing incel things. According to these posts by the actual retailers on places like Facebook, the reason that many of these retailers are ditching Games Workshop's products is in fact the sheer disrespect they are getting from their Games Workshop reps. So when you have a store, you are given a rep at GW. This is your point of contact, the person you speak with when you want to make orders. You know, you drop them an email, phone them up and say, hey, I would like 36 of this box, I want 24 of that box, and I need 400 pots of Chaos Black paint or whatever. And they will arrange it for you and get it, and it will get shipped out. The problem is that a lot of these retailers are reporting that they are not getting shipments that they have ordered for ages. The shipments are arriving incorrect. The shipments are arriving missing items. The shipments are being cancelled at the last minute. For example, things like the Christmas Battle Forces, they were sending through orders saying, hey, I've got 20 pre-orders for each of these boxes, and Games Workshop's waiting until the day before release to go, yeah, you can't have that many, sorry. They're also then telling them they can't order them through their traditional third-party retailer site, which allows them to order things with, I believe it's, I think the discount on that is I think it's about 40%, if I can remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen any of the back end of that stuff. There is a second one they can use, which gives them basically about 10% discount as well. And they were told, yeah, you can't use the first one, but you can get orders through the second one. And a lot of retailers, there's not a huge profit margin on a lot of Games Workshop stuff when you factor in all the other stuff you have to go through. There's a lot of stuff with Games Workshop where you have to buy and maintain stock levels of certain kits, even if they don't sell. So it's not like printing money like it is for Games Workshop, unfortunately. So these guys, they're ordering things and saying, hey, I would like these kits by these dates. The reps are not meeting those requirements. And then in some cases, the reps have even gone back and tried to blame this on the stockists themselves, saying, oh yeah, you're not submitting your orders on time. And obviously I can't verify any of that, but I would generally prefer to take the word of the independent retailers. They've got a lot more to lose if it's wrong. And frankly, GW doesn't have much to lose because they are such a powerhouse now, and the audience is so addicted to their product. So they don't care if they're going to lose retailers. And that's the real sad thing, is that they really don't care if they're going to lose these retailers. The US market, the Australian market, the New Zealand markets, they're just not big enough to really have such a huge impact, and they know people will still buy directly from them rather than from third-party retailers. They have their own presence in the US, so they know that if all the third-party retailers disappear, suddenly everyone has to buy from them. Profit's going to go off. It is a win-win for GW. It's not such a great thing for us as a community. There is a definite feeling that GW is moving away from that community gaming aspect. You may have caught, I can't remember the name of the podcast with Maka and Northern Exile, where they talked about how GW doesn't like gaming anymore in stores. The gaming community side of things is how this hobby grows. It's how kids go from just seeing it and going, ooh, shiny picture, to actually going and building an army and becoming a member of the community. And I think GW has got a very toxic view on it. They've got this hobby trumpet thing where you want to get someone in, milk them for as much money as possible, as soon as possible, and then they can just piss off. We don't want you anymore in the hobby, go away, your spending disappears. And yes, that's true, it is what happens, because with any hobby you have a big buy-in to begin with, and then, you have a smaller increase. Eventually you are going to hit a point where you've got your army, you've got an army up to 4,000 points or whatever, the height of what is realistically going to be a played game in Warhammer. So you're not going to be buying more stuff, and a lot of people don't like new armies. They don't want to collect things. They've picked that one army because that's what they like. To me personally, I think the challenge there then is find out why people don't like other armies, why Xenos aren't as popular as Space Marines, and work on making them more popular. And the second thing is that you have to foster that relationship with your third-party suppliers. Games Workshop has huge supply issues. The demand is simply too high for them. The manufacturing and storage problems they have, the internal IT and shipping issues they've been having, are all compounded by the fact that they're all trying to do everything themselves out of one office. Taking some weight off yourself and letting orders come through third parties helps alleviate a lot of the stress. If Games Workshops themselves didn't have to worry about shipping retail orders out and everything was sent out through third parties, they wouldn't have as much problems as they're having. Now, I'm not saying they should get rid of that. I think their direct orders is very important to them. Not quite as important as their stores. I think that's one of the most powerful assets. So this whole thing of people leaving GW is a very dangerous, slippery slope, because the loss of face, the loss of customer respect, the brand loyalty is one of those things that's very, very, very difficult to win back. It's okay. It's a little difficult to earn to begin with, but it's not too hard. And then, once you've lost it, it's an uphill struggle to get it back. As they say, what's the saying? Once burnt, twice shy. It's why so many veteran players end up going away to third parties, because they have been burnt repeatedly, which then GW goes, okay, well, you're now a cost to my business. I don't want you hanging around. Well, maybe do something that makes them not a cost to the business. Make them an asset, not a threat. And the same goes for retailers. They're your allies, and you need them to help. But yeah, I really wanted to touch on this because I wanted to help people know that this isn't a thing about the female custodes. The female custodes things happened months ago. If anyone was going to throw a hissy fit and close their business at that point, it would have happened then. This is nothing to do with that. And that is just dishonest people trying to stir up trouble. But more importantly, Games Workshop's customer service and their business-to-business customer service is the issue. And if you've ever had to contact Games Workshop's customer service and you've got past the automatic, auto-generated email replies, you may have noticed that it is a little difficult to get through to them and actually, speak to a person. The ones who are good are great. You'll have no problem with them. But sometimes you'll get their staff are just stonewalling you. So yeah, I don't think any of my local retailers are having any issues with it, but I mean, I know that several of them have had issues with orders. I don't think their issues are so bad they're willing to close yet. How about your retailers? Have you spoken to your local retailers? Have a chat with them. Ask them what their relationship is like with Games Workshop. Do they have any problems with the deliveries? Ask questions. Don't just accept things at face value. Right, this will probably be the last video before Christmas. So I hope you guys have a great little break. I hope you get some presents. I hope you get some models that you're after. I hope you get to give presents to other people that they enjoy. And I hope we all have, some nice restful time before we have to go back to work. And I hope you guys, don't overdo it. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. And have a great day. And Merry Christmas, guys. My name is Bando. This has been Breakfast with Bando. Thanks for a great year. Bye-bye.